200 episodes, we got this mastered.
Yeah.
Boy. We just don't edit nothing. Exactly. That's how you get mastered. We just run it right through. That's right. Boy, this is the WrestleCon after show.
Yeah, the WrestleCon aftermath show.
We survived. What the heck going on? I'm stuck. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Get ready.
Okay, we're ready. Should I already apologize for not having any energy to do this?
No. I love you.
Should I do it before or after?
Hey,
I apologize.
Hey, well, that's okay. Which one am I? Fritz will carry the load.
Please do all of the talking on this episode. I'm about to.
I think it's a little rib, I think.
There you go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Dad, you don't work, you wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is, George. How was your weekend?
Boy, I want to personally thank you, and I want to thank everybody. We have just returned. WrestleCon 2017, Orlando, Florida is in the books.
Yes.
It was one of my very first opportunities to go to WrestleCon. Huge success for Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. Got to kind of kayfabe back in case my tax lady's watching, but a great time. A lot over 200, 300 wrestlers in one room, and as far as I know, nobody died. I don't think nobody got arrested, so that may be a good thing. But just unbelievable overtaking for the people at highspots.com and all the help and stuff. Well, I mean, I run one show and bring in like Boogie, and I about pull my hair out. I cannot even imagine. It is like a daycare.
It would look like this. If you're curious, it would look like this.
But boy, I'm gonna tell you, I am used, very old school. I'm used to, the ring, of course, being in the facility with everything else. But we weren't able to do it this time. One place had the convention, all the signings, and another place had all the wrestling, and it was just further enough away to where you could not drive. You could not walk. I'm sorry, you had to drive. So anyway. Just a lot going on, and it was just a great weekend. I know everybody's glad to be back. We're all dragging here just a little bit. Bullet, great night of wrestling. I got to take part in the Battle Royal, and boy, I got out of it quick.
Yes.
It was kind of neat, boy, when you, as you know, in the huge dressing room area, it's almost like each person had drew up their own little territory. I mean, you had the old farts over here, like me, Shane Douglas, and Marty Jannetty. You had some of the newer guys. Just a huge successful weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool moment for me is I was this close to Hogan's new beat shop, which was a 7-Eleven that he just I was actually eating in one place, and it was right next door. But never got to go in there because I think it was like $100 to come in and do all that. But
well, somebody said it was over there, and I thought they were crazy. So I was like, that person has to surely Hulk Hogan would not put him in a beat shop here, but apparently.
Well, that was what I thought. And the lady that was waiting on me said, "Oh yeah," said we wish we'd have bought the place first. She said he snuck in here and bought that 7-Eleven right out from under all of us and renovated and all that. But anyway, there's a huge line of what I'm getting at. Even to go in that. So I think everything was a success. I just don't think Orlando, Florida was prepared for WrestleMania. I mean, yes, you couldn't even, just a lot of people, but just nobody was prepared that lived there for what was coming. I don't think. One time we just jumped in the car to run up to like the Waha to get a drink. You can't just jump up in the car and go to the Waha with WrestleMania around. It took like 4 days to get back. So anyway, even had the successful moment as soon as I arrived in town. As I was going in the Waha before I made my presence known, as soon as I walk in, Bullet, it's a true story. Somebody said, "George South," and I said, "No, Lord, not here." And boy, I turned around, and there was 4 wrestlers. Boy, and already I knew there's wrestlers. Not no other way. They all had that water jug. I promise you. They all had that water jug. Real nice kids. But listen, these kids had traveled all the way down to go to a seminar. They wasn't going to WrestleMania. They wasn't coming to WrestleCon. They drove all the way down for this seminar. So anyway, but they had that look and they had that water jug. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. I'll shut up just for a minute. I know you and Miss Bullet got to spend some time together.
On Sunday, but then that was stressful as well. There was a bunch of other people, and coordinating people just to go out to eat was difficult. Which coordinating people to do anything this past weekend was definitely a lot of the bane of my existence. That traveling to one building to the other and not being able to park One of the vehicles that's a perfectly good vehicle, but too tall for the parking deck. On top of people that need this, on top of the people that, on top of all the stress, on top of people not booking this, all I have to say about WrestleCon is this. I hope each and every one of you that showed up and paid a ticket enjoyed your time there. As a matter of fact, I hope that this was your best experience, your best professional wrestling experience you've ever had in your entire life. Because I'll tell you why. That entire thing was the worst thing I've ever been through in the past 12 years of working here. That was the single worst working experience I have ever had in my entire life. I snapped completely and lost all control. I saw red and was throwing boxes at one point in time and did not care who I hit. I know there's at least 4 people that will never buy anything from highspots.com again because they came up at the wrong time. And then I was letting a lot of my rage out over the weekend in some of the promos that I had playing the bad guy wrestler, and apparently people thought I was too much of a bad guy wrestler. And every opportunity that people had to take away any highlights that I had, any glimmer of hope, or semblance of a simplistic enjoyment of my time and sleep, nonetheless, mind you, were taken away from me.
Yes.
The worst experience I've ever had in my entire... worst experience in my entire... This trumps the time when I got LASIK surgery. When I'm sitting having a laser shot into my eye, which I already have a phobia about, and I go, what's that smell? Oh, that's the flesh on my eyeball burning. Not even compared to what I went through with WrestleCon. So I hope that this was the best moment, the best experience you're ever going to have in your entire wrestling fan. Because then everything that I went through is worth it. If you go walk away from WrestleCon and go, yeah, it was all right, I will kill you.
And people, let me iterate here just a little bit. The work that went into, I just shared with Vince here at the office, just because I was hearing some of the complaints from some other wrestlers that even one wrestler was set up at the front door and didn't like his place where his table was. Now, you're at the front door when the people are coming in, but he's not happy. He thinks he's put in a bad place. So I'm right there with you, Bullet. We hope everybody had a great time. It does take a whole year for us to just calm down and rest before the next one. But moving on real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to my favorite guy. Speaking of disappointment, letdown, my good friend Tony Romo. It's not 100% announced, but we think he's going to announce his retirement first thing in the morning. We thought he was definitely going to be traded. Bullet, as you know, with our history here at the TV show, the heartbreak and excitement that man has given me over the years, but he is going to pursue a career in broadcasting. As long as he don't take up, maybe he saw this show, but maybe one time he threw an interception. He was feeling down by himself. He's home by himself because kids didn't want nothing to do with him, and he flicked YouTube and he saw this show. Okay,
I've been tagging him every time we mention him. I put him in the tags. So if he does a vanity search, there's a possibility he may have run across
Bullet,
this
I'm
show.
telling you, and he looked.
So it's possible.
He looked at us and he said, "Man, I'm feeling way down. I'm probably getting ready to kill myself. I just threw an interception. We got kicked out of the playoffs. But if them two, with the smiles on their face, can get up and go to work every morning and do this great television production, there is hope for me. I really believe that.
Get up and do this show without waking up next to Jessica Simpson. They can do all that, so yes.
Oh, yeah, Tony, you're a multimedia guy. Oh, my gosh. But anyway, just want to give a quick shout out to him. I wish him all the best of luck, Bullet, and he's going to try his hands at broadcasting. So I'm pretty excited about that. My luck, I knew he was going to go play for like Denver or the Redskins, and they're going to come back and hone us and kill us. But how neat, if this is true, it don't happen much, his last pass ever in the NFL, if this stays true, was a touchdown. Remember last year they just put him in for like a play. He drove down the field, throw a touchdown. I think that's pretty cool to go out that way. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. Got to get some training, back in the mood of training. Quick idiot of the week.
Oh, please.
Bullet, you would think in a facility full of 300 pro wrestlers that we would have a knapsack for all the idiots. But it was a pretty peaceful weekend. Now, we still had the regular fans that was just completely psychopathish to where, you know, they tell you to, you know, sign a book. I've shared with the people about the one guy that said, he wanted a picture. I said, who do I make this out to? And he said, me. I said, no, who do I make it out to? He said, me. 3 times. I said, no, sir, who do I make it out to? He said, I told you, me. So I just wrote me on it and gave it to him. And he never, anyway, but this actually, quick idiot of the week, just shows you the people that there's no excuse for somebody being an idiot that wasn't at WrestleCon. But on the way over here to do our great television show, Bullet, I always have a routine where I just shoot through my Bojangles. They got a best tea. They got a new girl working there. I'll order, Bullet, my little snack. I get ready to pull off. There's no napkins, okay? No napkins, okay? So I did the proper thing that all wrestlers do is I backed up, nobody behind me. I said, please, ma'am, could I have some napkins? Well, listen, she gave me, she's very, very jerkish. She gave me one. She gave me one napkin. It looked like all them things we used to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken and you had to wipe the grease off. One napkin. Boy, I gave it back to her, okay? I gave it back to her, said, no, thank you. I'll just use my shirt, which is a shoot, okay? So, anyway, who I am throwing in the idiot bag is no, and she was being a jerk and she wasn't even at WrestleCon, okay? Or had to do any of the work, so there's no excuse. But anyway, she gave me 18 ketchups and one napkin. So, what I'm going to do is I will throw this lady that was a jerk at Bojangles in the idiot. Nobody in the human fast food industry has ever given somebody one napkin. What kind of heck can you do with one napkin, Bullet? Especially when you're eating in a car in Charlotte traffic. So, I gave it back. Told her I'd just use my shirt, and I drove off into the sunset. So this lady, okay, Bullet, that wasn't even at WrestleCon, didn't have to do nothing that we had to do at WrestleCon, just being a jerk, okay, will go in the idiot bag, okay? Nobody can do nothing, and I made sure I did use my shirt, Bullet, just to get back at her. Now, I know I'm walking around with mustard and ketchup on my shirt, but they don't make it the last word on me. Bullet, okay? So, anyway, a lot of stuff going on, but if you ask us, we will send you way more than one. Is
the second greatest book of all time. And when you people drive by, no, this is not Grey Poupon. It is top shelf reading material, which is available at highspots.com if you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend, which is almost absolutely nothing. Please follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning and on Instagram at ManScoutManning. Also, too, if you want to talk crap about me, please use my handle at ManScoutManning. It stops me from doing the vanity search and find you guys, okay? This has been another edition of Daddy Don't Work, You Wrestle, as my voice goes away.
Yes, great show, boy. Thank you. Very good. We snuck it in. Oh. We snuck it in, Bullet.
That was the last of my voice right there. Now I gotta go do 2 open mics.
Oh, gosh. Boy, thank you, buddy.